Hello, I am Shaman Alejandra León, and today I invite you to join me in a deep healing journey as we explore the story of Sevgi from the series Another Self through the lens of Family Constellation. We will uncover the hidden dynamics of her family system that contribute to the illness and emotional struggles. Let's take this time to honor Sevgi's journey and through her story, find the insights that might resonate with your own life. Remember, healing is always possible when we open ourselves to the love and wisdom of our ancestors. In the series Another Self, Sevgi's story illustrates how illness can serve as a profound form of communication between the family system. From the perspective of family constellations, we understand that illness is not always just a physical ailment, but a reflection of unresolved emotional patterns. In Sevgi's case, her cancer is a message from something deeper that needs to be healed. For Sevgi, illness is not a punishment, but a reminder that something in her family system needs attention. In family constellations, illness often emerges as a signal that something has been hidden or unrecognized between the family, and its function may to be protect us from continuing to ignore these patterns. It is an opportunity to pause, observe the system, and heal what has been left unresolved. Sevgi's illness appeared because at the age of 5, she witnessed the murder of her father, creating a deep emotional trauma. This trauma became frozen inside her. As a child, she lacked the emotional tools to process grief. In family constellation, we recognize that these unresolved traumas tend to manifest in adulthood, often through illness. When a child experiences a traumatic event like the violent death of a parent, that unprocessed pain gets stored in their body and soul. In Sevgi's case, her trauma remained her frozen, and this unresolved trauma is linked to her illness. As in many other cases we see in family constellations, when such as a severe event occurs in childhood, the child cannot fully process it, which creates a lasting impact. It is in adulthood that this trauma resurfaces in more visible ways, through emotional and physical blockages, and in some cases, illness. Sevgi's healing process not only involves treating her cancer, but also facing the trauma of her childhood and releasing the pain she has carried. In Sevgi's life, there are two important paternal figures: her biological father, who was murdered, and the person who cared for her after his death. In family constellation, it is crucial to recognize and give a place to both fathers, as each plays an essential role in her development and in her family system. The biological father gave her life, but he also carried a story of violence and tragedy. The caregiver father, on the other hand, provides emotional and physical support, helping to establish her childhood after the trauma. Sevgi's healing requires honoring both, recognizing that each one gave her something valuable. Only when she establishes a balanced bond with both fathers can she release the emotional burdens that have been passed down through generations. A profound aspect of family constellation is that both the victim and the perpetrator must have to be placed in the family system. This doesn't mean justifying the act of violence, but giving a place to the pain so it can be processed and relieved and healed. In Sevgi's story, the murder of her father is part of her system, and denying that place only perpetuates the trauma. It is necessary to recognize what happened, give space to the pain, and allow love to flow in that context. After her father's death, Sevgi took on a role that was not hers. She became the emotional support figure for her mother. In family constellation, this is known as the inverted role, where children take on a place that belongs to the deceased spouse. In this case, Sergi's mother, having not processed her own grief, relied on her daughter to fill the void left by her husband. This relationship creates a codependent dynamic where Sergi has no space to grow as a daughter but assumes the role of caregiver and protector for her mother. This kind of relationship often creates blockages in other areas of the person's life, such as romantic relationships. By assuming her father's role, Sergi has no space for a partner in her adult life because she is emotionally occupied with the dynamic between herself and her mother. Another fascinating aspect of Sergi's story is her profession, a lawyer. This is no coincidence, as her profession is directly linked to justice, balance, and healing the wounds of her family system. As a lawyer, Sergi seeks justice in the external world, but in her personal life, the justice she needs is to balance her family trauma, honoring both victims and perpetrators, and allowing love to flow once again. Sergi's illness is a reflection of the unresolved bonds in her family system. Through family constellation, it is possible to observe these traumas, honor the pain, and free the family members from emotional burdens that have been carried for generations. By acknowledging her trauma, giving a place to both father and mother, and letting go of her role as caregiver, Sergi has the opportunity to heal deeply, not only physically, but emotionally and spiritually. Family constellation teaches that illness, trauma, and family relationships are deeply intertwined. By healing our personal and family story, we open the door to a free, more balanced, and fulfilling life. Does Sergi's story resonate with you? If you want to learn more or heal your own story, schedule a family constellation session with me, Shaman Ale. I help you see what your soul needs and to see in order to heal. I will wait for you on dreamcatcherholistichealing.com. Thank you for sharing this podcast and add your comments below. See you soon. Bye bye.